We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
Hey, good morning, Mitchell
Sam,
Caps.
is that you?
Dude, you always sound like you're an old man every time I call you. You're like, hello, hello.
Speaking of old people, man, I got good news.
What's that?
As of today, December 5th, year of our Lord 2025, Eva Marie Saint is still alive.
Dude, even Marie Saint, she's like a character in our little podcast, She's her and PTA. Uh, I don't know who else we talk about a lot. Wesley is a character. He's like the character from Home Improvement that we never see. We just hear of him.
Yeah, boy. What'd you watch, man?
Oh man. So, you know, sometimes Mitch, when you go to the movies, right, it can't all be about you, right? Like you gotta like sometimes your family wants to watch a movie and you don't really want to watch it, but
Sure.
you go because they really want to watch it. So Vanessa and the kids, they wanted to go watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Okay.
And well, the first one was okay. I mean, I'm a little indifferent. It's very mid. It's okay. It's not a terrible movie. It's I wouldn't call it even a really good movie actually, but it's okay. Well, this one it starts off promising enough. It starts off okay. This is terrible, man. This movie is terrible. I mean, it's one of the worst movies of the year,
Oh,
hands
man.
down. I mean, I'd have to take a seat and look at all the movies I've watched and determine which is the worst. And now I'm not saying it's the worst movie I've ever seen in general, but it's pretty bad, man. I don't understand how movies like this get made, right? Like
So
I
it's
understand
a little cash grab, I guess.
it's a cash grab, you know. I just don't get it, man. And it ends on a ridiculously stupid cliffhanger. Um, and I don't know. It's just a bad movie. But all that matters is Levi enjoyed it. He had a good
Right.
time. But
How bad can it be?
his response was, now I gotta wait at least a year or more than a year for the third one to come out.
Oh.
And so
Well,
well,
it's like you were sending me yesterday those clips from Tubi Originals or something, where, I mean, this disastrous kind of scenes from these very cheaply made movies. But you
yeah.
also know, like, what I do now when I watch those, just from having worked on a couple of like student films or like impromptu movies that you build from the ground up, is when I look at those scenes, I think, actually, as rough as that is, probably some time and energy and effort went into that. Um,
Yeah.
and that's
No,
certainly true in
yeah.
the movie on the scale of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, or whatever the official title is. They didn't
Yeah.
name it Six Nights at Freddy's.
No, I mean it's based off the game, but you're right, Mitch. I mean, the same for me. I've been on some sets, obviously not huge sets, but I've been on some sets where I've assisted and where I've also was just getting people coffee, and there is a lot of time and energy, and the whole thing about when you're on set, I feel like a lot of people are they think, oh man, they're gonna make this great movie, right? Uh, and it just doesn't come out that way. And
Yeah, it's
I
always
don't know.
sad.
I don't know if you saw the video. It wasn't on the video that I sent you, but
I
if you
didn't
keep,
watch any others.
yeah, on one of the other ones, I was laughing my butt off because uh, it was three people at a park and they're there talking, doing their scene, right? And it's already not good, right? But then they're standing there and they're standing there awkwardly, and then all of a sudden you just hear the director say cut, and
Oh
the
yeah,
camera just kind of goes to the side, and you're like, all right, let's just have y'all go. And
and it's in the movie.
it's in the movie, and I was like, how did that get into the movie? Like,
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, there was in the one you did send, I noticed there was a part where they said action, but that was in the movie, and I was like, come on now. I'm trying to give you a little grace here, but
yeah, so stuff like that, where I mean, all you had to do is just look at it, maybe edit it, just clip it out. That one, I know what you're talking about, the action part. They could
yeah.
have easily just
Oh
just
yeah, it
cut
wasn't
that.
like it was running over a line or anything. It was just they just was laziness, I guess, or sloppiness.
But you know what, Mitch? They make a little money off of those. I'm not saying they make a lot of money, but they make a little money off of those.
Well, it's you almost wonder if they're the ones that are behind these clip reels because it's like an advertisement for, the crap show that they've got and put up on Tubi. And yeah, I guess as people stream it, they probably get some dividends.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not something
I'm not gonna
that's
watch
all.
any of those movies. But
I mean, I'm still watching those videos from YouTube because I just find them very.
oh,
I
I
don't
get some
know.
laughs. I get some laughs for sure. But a lot of the ones too that I think about, because the ones that really feel like they're putting an effort into their performance, those make me a little sad because it's hard to if you ever see a bad unquote bad performance in a movie, uh, remove the quotes. If you ever see a bad performance in a movie, you're like, dude, I don't think I could done any better. Acting's hard. I mean, you think you're just there at the camera, you know, it's weird and it's hard.
I think like the build up to it, right? Where you in your mind you're like, oh yeah, I could do this, but once you're actually on
Oh
on
yeah,
the set,
exactly.
it's a completely different story. That's
And of
why.
course, you've got it in your head what's gonna come out, and then of course it doesn't come out that way. Or you've got in your head what's on your face in a given moment, and then you look at your face and you're like, oh my goodness, I
Dude,
wasn't
yes.
communicating what I intended at all.
Yeah, so it is sad, and I know you've dealt with a lot of actors more, being on the, what was it, the Kingdom Hearts?
Let's not talk about it, dude. And no, it was
Dude,
not Kingdom Hearts.
what
This
was it
was
called?
Sam is referring to a traveling acting troupe that paid half my tuition during college. They essentially did Christian ministry and recruiting.
Okay, all right. And I've actually gotten to see a couple of shows of that. Y'all came to Alabama once.
Yeah,
I remember. Where was it at? Oh, where y'all came? I can't remember.
I don't remember where exactly either. We went to hundreds of cities in this country, and it was an amazing experience. And that's how I met Lori. So
Dude, yeah, that's how you met Lori. You were like the third wheel. She was like in love with another guy, and you were just like there waiting on her.
yeah, I was waiting in line, as she turned down people.
Dude,
And
that's
then
so
like when I
true.
yeah, so anyways, that's not a accurate characterization of anything literally at
Ah,
all.
hey, but look, Mitch. I've seen your acting. You're actually not bad. You're actually decent compared to a lot of actors I've seen. But Lori is freaking awesome. Lori is
Right,
really
so
good.
she actually started as a theater major but she didn't finish that way. And she was in I was most proud of her performance in Doubt as the it would be the character that Amy Adams played in the
Okay.
movie. She played that character, and
Oh man, I could see her playing the Meryl Streep character.
yeah, that I mean, to me, it was a little bit of a typecast to put her in the Amy Adams role. That made the most sense. It would have
Okay.
been interesting to see her in the Streep role.
Do you think she could have pulled it off?
Yeah, I do. She would have had to work, really hard, but I think she could have pulled it off.
Yeah. So, audience, and I'm not just saying that to be nice to Lori and to kind of rub it in Mitch's face that but Lori actually is a really good actress, and I to this day I still enjoy her different characters that she does.
Well, the last short that I wrote was for me and her to act in. It was the first time I wrote something for both of
Oh
us, but
man.
we haven't been able. Her getting pregnant kind of threw off our game plan. I was like, maybe I could write around this, but it's just a 10-minute feature,
I
uh,
mean, I'm
a,
telling
a
you, just
10-minute short.
shoot it, you know, like close-ups,
Oh yeah, Wesley told me he's like, I could I could film around it, and I was like, I don't know, we're just struggling to get it off the ground already. But you know what? Everything that I write now today is like tailored to like I say, hey, do you have an actor in a location? Because I'll just build the script around that. Because what you really want is something to get made, and
Yeah,
that's the hard thing.
yeah.
But
Because if you just make up something on the spot, you're gonna have to do location scouting. It's gonna be very. You're gonna have to do a lot more work trying to get it off the ground, and where it's if it's something that's you have easy access to, you can just right then and there. All right, I got a script, I got an actor, I got a
yeah,
camera. Let's
and
just go ahead and do it.
I was trying to track down the person at the grocer here because the script was centered around a Redbox, and I thought I wanna make this around the Redbox before all the Redboxes are gone, and this one's still there.
You need to
And
do
I feel
that,
like
man.
it's a limited time.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't know where I saw it.
It doesn't work, obviously, but it's still sitting there.
Yeah, I forgot where I saw it, but apparently a lot of people are they're the remaining red boxes. They're already gonna be like picking them up. Like they just
Most of
removed.
them are gone, especially all of the
Yeah,
big chains like Walgreens and CVS. Those got gone pretty fast, because it's actually because we were looking into what it would mean to just pitch to them, hey, can we take it off your hands? Then we could have it anywhere. But they're actually pretty involved to move. They're like s- not they're attached to the ground usually in the place that they're at. So it's not just like a lift and transport. And of course they've got all this complicated software in them, but yeah, this is just like it's not a serious chain. It's just a pop-up grocery store,
okay, so
a,
it'd
a
be
market,
easy.
and well, it's just that they don't have the means to get rid of it very quickly, Whereas CVS, they're like, oh yeah, get this out of here, pay to get
Yeah,
it done. This is, they've got a bigger fish to fry, just trying to keep their store open every day.
dude. You never know. I would at least. It doesn't hurt to ask. Well, I mean, what's the worst thing they can say is no. You know?
No, no. I mean, the thing about transporting it is, I think that they would want us to, because I think they're just not wanting to pay someone to do it right now. But it is a little, maybe even a more complicated than we'll be able to pull off.
Okay. Well, I mean,
That's
I
what the
hope.
preliminary research showed. We're getting into the mechanics of a red box here.
Well, regardless, I hope you get to make your movie. I'd absolutely love to see it. I I have that short, very short, like a 3 minute short that I wrote called Small Room, that I still want to get made. I'd like to make it with my brother Angel. It's just he lives a distance away right now.
You've got 50 shorts, man.
Yeah, I mean that one would be the easiest because the whole short takes place in literally a small bedroom,
Yeah,
uh, and it's actually I think it's actually pretty good. I mean, I think it's actually pretty good idea. It's
you
kind of
wouldn't have
funny.
wrote it if you didn't think it was a good idea, I don't guess.
I mean, sometimes I come up with schlock, and it's like, okay, that's that's a little. Now I understand why Mitch never responded when I asked him if he thought it was good. I said, I'll send it to you and just like hello. that's that's Mitch trying to be nice.
Yeah, there's like, because for a while I was trying to do at least, I was trying to write 3 or 4 shorts a year as I kind of worked on different features. But I would say I would send them to Wesley and he would just kind of pass on them. Like, oh, okay. But
Uh,
then me and
Wait,
Caleb made that one
what would
together a
he
couple of years ago.
what would he say?
No, he'd just be like, oh, okay, yeah. He just kind of like, he's the Redbox one is the first one in like a couple of years that he's shown any interest in actually making.
Making one.
Um, so
But what about the one with Caleb?
so we worked on that one a few years ago, and we ended up getting Ant to direct it. And we got a really great actor who's been in some features, a couple of small features, but also was in The Walking Dead, and he was so good. But also our other lead that was the act opposite of him had to drop out last minute, and so we had to replace him, which was a
Wait,
major hit.
what was that? What was that one? It was
It's called 811,
811. Yeah, that was the one.
and it had like a musical number at the end.
Yeah.
I We were pretty proud of that one, except it was beset by a lot of problems. But that's part of the fun, right? Like when things go wrong, you have to.
Yeah.
But I always felt bad because the guy Burt Brown, actually,
Yeah.
he's a good actor, and he's doing a lot of stage work right now. And
Go.
he came up with this. He didn't
You have
he
room.
did it for free, and
Yeah.
we just kind of rode up and we were like getting his meals and providing a place to stay and doing what we can. But he was just so game for everything. He was the best.
Good morning. Welcome to Scooter's Coffee. Would you like to get started with
Well,
the things you plan on today?
well,
I'm
well,
okay,
well.
ma'am.
All right.
Yeah, could I do
Looks like we've got another date with
where is it
Donut
at?
Destiny. Let's see what Sam gets this time,
Nah.
folks.
Can I get a small
Small.
peanut butter crunch blender?
Oh my goodness
A small
gracious
PB
alive.
Crunch.
Yeah,
A
how many
small PB
espresso shots
crunch.
do we get with
Look,
that?
It comes with
here's the
two.
thing.
You can always add extra
I'm
for
expected
115.
to sit here and
Can I
ad
actually
lib,
just get one?
Just a single shot in there.
Yeah, and
improvisationally
then can I get
and provide some kind
half
of
it's half the
engaging
flavoring
material.
in a low fat
Every
base? I think that's
time that
how y'all
Sam
do it.
Half base, half the
cavalierly
flavor. Anything
pulls
with
up
the
to
whipped
a
cream?
drive-thru,
No whipped cream.
and
You got
it's
it.
not
What else can I
easy.
get for you?
You can hear how many
That'll be it.
seconds
All right.
I'm
Got
putting
it, ma'am.
Thank
between
you.
Thank
each
you.
word or phrase just so I don't have to keep coming up with stuff to say.
Sorry about that, Mitch.
Hey man, that PB Crunch sounds wild.
Yeah, I mean it's one of Scooter's. It's one of their more popular drinks. I enjoy it, and every other Friday I like to treat myself. I usually bring coffee in the morning, during the week, but on Fridays, especially payday Fridays, I like to treat myself with a little you know a little drink from Scooters. And this is not an advertisement for Scooters, but I just enjoy their drinks. So,
Scooters is not a sponsor for the Movie Call podcast. Well,
but
I did. Go ahead.
go no no go ahead.
Well, I was gonna change the subject.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I did end up watching a movie last night. It was Laura's night to pick. She chose a movie from a couple of years ago called The Starling Girl.
I think I've seen is it on Netflix or something?
It's I don't think it was Netflix. It may have been. I don't think it was. It's streaming on. Sorry, I can't. Yeah, I can't remember exactly where. Peacock or Prime, I don't know.
How was it?
It was rough. I mean, really, for the most part, pretty well executed. Lots of good ideas. It's just a very, very heavy watch. It takes place in a rural Kentucky town, and it takes place really at a rural Kentucky church. This is a Protestant, seems like maybe uh, Baptist church, and there's a young lady played by the great uh, Scanlon. What's her name? Eliza Scanlon. She was in Baby Teeth and Little Women, and
Yeah, Eliza Scanlon.
she's in it. She's the lead. She's the movie. She's great. She plays the Starling Girl. That's their last name. And
So it
yes,
when you say it was it rough because of the subject matter, or it just wasn't a
yes,
good
yes.
movie?
No, it was pretty well executed. Just really heavy, heavy, heavy subject matter, and it made
Okay.
me think again about why people maybe uh, reacting negatively to After the Hunt. You know, to me, After the Hunt felt it was like intellectual, like it had more distance from the heaviness,
Yeah.
basically. And this is more emotional and just you could just feel the weight of all of the difficult stuff that's going on. But I mean, to get into this would be something like spoilers, but it's the premise, so you can just kind of stop me if you get spooked. But basically, she's 15, 16, so she's kind of uh, getting into that season where she's having these sexual feelings and desires, and there's a youth pastor that becomes a problematic person in her life, and it's just it's so interesting to me, and I think could be interesting to you, having grown up and been around the subculture of church in the Southeast United States. There was a lot of
Yeah.
stuff that you'd be familiar with, and stuff that would make you cringe too. Um, but it's kind of sad that it makes you cringe because there's so many sincere people out there, and you know, I think a lot of people at church, that's their life and that's their family,
Yeah.
and it's I think the movie really tries not to make fun. It just tries to depict something that's true and particular. But it was a hard movie to watch. I was glad when it was over. Um,
It
Lewis Pullman is the youth pastor in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. It's funny that you're talking about that because me and my coworkers, we were having a long conversation slash debate yesterday about the whole idea of church. Hold on one second. Hey, how's it going?
That's good. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
Sam's about to get lit when he gets those double espresso PB Crunch sugar
33 for you.
shots
Okay.
up in his system. We're gonna be talking for the next
Appreciate
hour.
it.
Here is the PB, and then here is the straw. Thank you. Have an amazing day.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
Oh, good, good folks, good customer service.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's pretty quick. But what I was saying was my coworkers and I, we were having a conversation yesterday about the whole, how church has just become very, a lot of people, it's become very political, right? And how I was sad hearing a lot of them used to go to church a lot, but because of the landscape right now and because of, um, well, obviously everything that's going on, a lot of them have just stopped going because they feel like the church is no longer about God, you know? Um, s- so
Oh,
it,
sure. It just is kind of like a culture war thing where you have a club of people who think similarly to you. But the church is not like that at all. I mean, certainly you would find that in certain bodies, uh, that may struggle with that more or less.
Yeah,
I guess it would be pretty tough to make the church apolitical entirely because there's this weird thing that happens where you say, oh, there's spiritual life and religious life, and then there's regular life and secular life, and that's probably a false divide.
yeah,
If 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 uh, if Christianity is to be believed, but it does seem to be something where there are patterns of people who are simply using the church as a means to gain power and influence in a very secular, worldly way. That's too bad.
yeah. It is sad, man. And I would, like I said, I'm always open to hearing people's opinions and their
Hmm.
beliefs. And I was just listening to my hold on. I was just listening to my coworkers and just kind of hearing them out, and it was pretty upsetting, hearing them discuss why they no longer feel comfortable at the church, and
Uh-huh.
that was just a sad thing, man. But Mitch, I am here at work, and I know you got a lot to get to, but just wanted to end on my buddy John got to see Hamnet last night.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, he gave it a very high rating, and the second text that he sent was Jessie Buckley will win Best Actress for this, or
Roll
something.
Tide. We're ready for
Yeah,
Jessie Buckley to win.
dude, I've been waiting for her to get recognition like this for a very long time. So I hope I'm able to see Hamnet this weekend. So hopefully by this weekend or Monday when we talk, I'll be giving you my thoughts on Hamnet, and then of course on Monday, I'll be giving out my review of No Other Choice. So yeah, just something to look forward to. But
Yep, sounds great.
all right, man. I'll talk to you a little bit later.
See ya.